everybody, welcome back. So for this practice today, it is going to be more of a calming practice. It is going to help you to stretch and restore. So this would be a great mindful movement exercise or yoga practice to do either before bed or after a long day, or just in moments of stress. If you have about, I think it's going to take maybe 15 minutes or so, just nice stretching, especially focusing on the iliopsoas and releasing any tension. Now when we release tension here in our iliopsoas, or what we call our hip flexors, we release any stored trauma or tension within the body. And in doing so, sometimes you might notice that you begin to shake or tremble a little bit. Know that the shaking or trembling is absolutely normal, and ideally you allow yourself to shake, but know that if you feel at any time not safe or you just feel, triggered, of course you can come out of it. But generally we want to be curious about exploring and allowing our bodies to shake or tremble kind of the stress or the trauma that our body is holding on to physically. We want to let that release. And then the other thing I want to touch on before we get started is we will be doing some things kneeling, so on the knees. So if you need to fold your mat over to protect your knees as we're moving, you can fold your mat over. If you happen to have a knee pad, you can use a knee pad or a towel to protect your knees. But know that really when we're on our knees, we're kind of past them. We're not really on the kneecap, so you shouldn't feel pain in your knees. But again, if you need some extra protection, a kneeling pad, towel, fold your mat over. And we also will be working with some blocks today, 1 or 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, again, pillows, any type of bolster. I've known people to use kind of like soup cans, something that kind of brings the floor up closer to you. So whatever works for you, blocks, bolsters, pillows. But let's get started. So Katie here is also demonstrating for me today. So she's already in child's, that's where we will begin. So coming into child's, big toes touch, knees are wide to the sides. Let your forehead rest onto your mats, maybe onto your hands, maybe onto your block, whatever feels best for you for today. We'll take a couple deep breaths in and out before we get started. We don't have to worry about making these breaths too powerful, because again, this is a cooling practice. On your next inhalation, let's make our way onto all fours. So shoulders are stacked over your wrists, hips are stacked over your knees, long necks, abdominals engaged. You can look at Katie for abdominals engaged because I can't hold my belly in too much here. So let's start with some cat-cows. Together we drop our belly low, lift our chest up, broaden through our collarbones as we take a breath in. And then exhale, curve under for cat. And again, inhaling as we arc up. Exhaling as we curve under. Couple more, inhaling, reach. Exhaling, curve. If you need to kind of sway your hips side to side or circle it out, feel free. Right, kind of notice where your body wants to go and allow your body to go there. We'll do one more round, both directions. And we're going to add on a little here. So from here, let's extend our right leg up toward the ceiling. Flex your foot as if your foot is pressing to the ceiling. And we're going to add in a little bit of that cat-cow variation. So we inhale as we lift. We exhale as we curve. And again, inhale to lift. Exhale to curve. 2 more. 1 more. Bring your foot in the whole way. Walk it through. Take as many steps as you need. And we're coming into kneeling here. So now here again, if you need to fold your mat over, fold it over. Grab onto blocks. If you have blocks, in line with your ankle at all times. Your back knee, if you check in, whether your hands are at the floor or on blocks, you should be able to lift your back knee up off the mat. That way you're not really on the knee, you're past the knee, if that makes sense. So we're here, pressing in. Again, hands to blocks. Maybe your hand to your thigh. Maybe one hand lifts or both hands lift, but allowing your psoas to be pressing forward as your chest reaches back, breath in. And then we reverse the curve of the spine. We shift it forward, keeping those front toes connected down. Let your head be heavy. So now we're going to titrate between the two positions. So we inhale forward, hands to blocks. Exhale, shift back. Again, inhale forward. Hands can also go to the thighs. Exhale back, hands to floor or blocks. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's do just two more. Exhale back. We'll hold this last one. Hold here. Breathe. Allow yourself to move past your comfort zone just a little if that feels okay. Maybe adding the arm or arms, maybe don't, right? Whatever you need for today. Exhale, come out of it. You can kind of put your blocks to the side here. We're just going to walk our fingertips forward. Tuck the toes of your back foot. As we step forward, take your time to a nice forward fold. Head is heavy. Now your legs can be wider here. Mine have to be to accommodate the baby. So legs are wider, head is heavy. Shake your head yes, no. Breathe. From here, let's soften the knees and just inhale, reach up. Pass through prayer, finding gratitude as we flat back, so fold it down. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. So no vinyasa here, just nice and easy because again, it's a cooling practice. And then from here, gently lower down the knees onto all fours. Set yourself up for the other side. So shoulders stacked over hips, shoulders stacked over wrists and hips stacked over knees. And lift our left leg up here, inhaling, and then exhaling knee to nose. And again, inhaling to lift, exhaling to curve. Two more. One more. This time we're going to bring it through. Again, as many steps as you need. Let your pelvis glide forward. Use your blocks if you wish. Again, check in, make sure you can lift that knee. Bolsters are optional. Folding your mat is optional. And this first one, just kind of play around. Maybe adding in the arm. And then reverse the curve. Shifting back. Again, keep those front toes down. Square off the hips. And again, we're going to titrate in and out here. So we gently press in, exhale, you got it, press back. And again, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Couple more, inhaling, exhaling. Last one, inhale. Pause here. Maybe go a little further. Breathe. And release. Hands to floor or blocks. And maybe move your blocks to the sides. Bend your front knee. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes. As you bring your back leg forward, forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. And step back, downward facing dog. And lower the knees down. From here, let's go right into camel. So kneeling up again. If you need to have that block or your mat folded, you might still have it folded already. Kneeling up, let's tuck the toes to release any bit of tension on the knees. Let's bring our hands to fists into our low back. Draw your elbows for one another. Before we go back, let's jump the chin forward and then lift up. This might be all the farther we go today, and that's fine. Making sure we can breathe. We want to ensure we do not have too much cervical extension. So you notice if you're dropping here, notice what happened to my voice. Tells me I'm going back too far. So I want to keep it here. And if you want more, you can reach back, reaching your hands toward your Achilles tendons for an increase of your stretch. Exhaling to come out of that evenly, keyword evenly, and then sit back onto your heels. I'm going to face front. Face front too, we'll go into our gate pose next. So in our gate pose, so still kneeling up here. Extend one leg out to the side, doesn't matter which side because we're doing both. Toes are forward, we're in that frontal plane. Arms are wide. We reach up and over. You'll feel the stretch across the front of the hips, the shoulders, the chest. It's not about how far over we go. It's more about reaching up, feeling that stretch in those intercostals. Breathing. And exhale, come back to center. Use your obliques. Bring that leg in, other side, arms wide. Reach up, reach over, walk your hand down your leg. Breathe here. Be mindful that that front or that top shoulder isn't collapsing or elbow collapsing. Keep it lifted. Feel the breath. Use your obliques to come back up and bring your leg in. Now sit back on your heels. If your mat's folded over, unfold it. Swing your legs around. Just coming into some seated forward folds. So one leg is lengthened, the other leg is bent. If you're a dancer, it's kind of like a passe position. So facing your leg, make sure your hips are square. Yeah, you're facing your leg, toes are flexing back toward your head. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms to the side, never front, to the side, so we're releasing or reducing the load on our backs. We walk our hands forward and forward fold here. Very important here, both sits bones are anchored down. We're not yanking or pulling, just kind of easing in, breathing. And gently coming back up. And let's switch sides. So other leg in, other leg out. Again, face your leg, square off your hips, reaching arms up, arms wide, and forward. Keep those sits bones anchored, try and keep the hips square. Trying to get both forearms on the floor, but again, you know, they might not touch. Maybe you put blocks underneath. That's fine too. Keep breathing. Depending where you have tightness, I feel this in my back. You might feel it in your hamstrings or elsewhere, but I feel it along the side. So just breathing into the spaces that need the breath. and gently coming back up. We'll go into our cradle the baby or rock the baby. We're almost done here, so hopefully you're feeling some nice stretching and cooling. Bend, you're tired. Bend one leg in. So we did this video a moment ago, and this is our take 2. So we're so like zenned out from the first round that now we're ready to relax. So it truly does work. So bending your leg in, have one hand to foot, hand to knee, option 1. Option 2, if your body allows today, elbow to foot, elbow to knee. We gently rock our baby or cradle our baby here. Nice stretch of your hips. Now, if you notice your back starting to round or your shoulders rounding, shorten the lever. So bend your supporting knee and then lengthen out through your chest and breathe. Just feel that nice stretch, nice release. Breathing here. Letting go of the events of the day. And again, you could do this earlier in the day too, but it is a more cooling, calming practice. And from here, let's extend our legs straight up, and lower down with the leg. Up. And then other side. So sitting up tall, move any of that flesh over, grab your other leg. Not grab, but get your other leg. And again, here, or maybe closer, and gently rock or cradle your baby. I'm gonna keep that bend in my lower leg for a little more support. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is lifted. Could do this forever, in a way. It feels so nice. Good. Now extend up. Keep your chest lifted, up, and lower with it. Good, and release. And then from here, we'll make our way back onto our backs, which is a contraindication for me this far in my pregnancy. So Katie will demonstrate here. So coming onto our backs, have a block or a bolster nearby. So feet are planted into the mat, legs are hips distance apart. So you could stay here for today, but we're gonna do more of a passive stretch with the block. So with your palms down, exhale, come up into a little bit of a bridge, lifting your pelvis up. We're gonna put the block underneath, pretty low on the sacrum. Now lower down, see if that's low enough. Is that good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So lowering down, you want the block, like I said, pretty low on the sacrum. So you can feel your hips kind of drape and release. Now, you could stay here. If you want a little more, it's one last nice psoas release. Again, releasing trauma and tension stored within the body. We extend one leg at a time. It doesn't seem like much because the block's on the lowest setting, but you will feel that release. You can stay here if you want even more. Add in the arms, one arm at a time up overhead. Breathing. So feeling the length, the whole front side of the body. The back side of the body isn't working. Everything's just draping over that block, lengthening. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, unclench your jaw. If you have tension at your brows, soften your brows, soften your face. Allow yourself here to be vulnerable. We're always in that forward fold or C-curve position. So here you have that nice extension for release. Now you can stay here. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet to touch for a reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana position. So just letting the knees kind of work with gravity. You can also, after several moments, remove the block. So planting your feet back, removing your block, lowering down to traditional Shavasana or corpse pose. Maybe your side lying. Whatever works for you for today. Are you good here? Mm-hmm. Okay, so just allowing yourself a few moments of silence, of restoration, of healing. I will end the video here so you can come out of this at your own time. If you have a blanket or an eye pillow or something, or you want to kind of snuggle up, that's a nice thing to do here, just to really allow yourself to let go. So again, we'll end it here for today. Thank you for joining. Namaste, and we will see you next time.